Once upon a time in a far forgotten wood, there was a vast legend that all understood. If one touched the bright moon high in the sky, it would grant great power, but not to all who try. If a creature was clever with courage and might, the power could be harnessed, if the attempt was just right. Failure was common. Very few could succeed, as many of them were driven solely by greed. Those trying to capture the moon for their gain would meet its wrath and suffer its pain. The myth of the moon is still but a mystery, one left untouched for all of history. Once upon a time, there was a shy little bunny in a forest long since forgotten. They fell in love with the beauty of the world. Each night they hopped from tree to tree, hoping for a view of the sky above and the stars that rested there. On an evening no different from the rest, the bunny emerged from their home deep underground, eager to explore the world once again. They knew the sun would soon rise, and so they hurried to admire the moon. As the bunny darted through the woods, careful and quick, their foot crunched loudly upon a small. The poor young rabbit looked on with fright as the moon above them shattered, and all semblance of the great glowing moon was swallowed by the night sky. Then, in the darkness, specks of light appeared. These shards of the moon tumbled downward to the mortal world, and across the very forest the young bunny called home. Without a question, without even a doubt, the bunny knew that something must be done. They had stepped on a branch and broken the moon into tiny pieces, and knew that it was their responsibility to fix it. Buried in darkness, they cast aside their fear, determined to do whatever they must to return the beauty. first constellation was the foolish fox, whose tragic flaw was years ago, a greedy king heard the myth of the moon and sought its power for himself. He called upon the fox, a loyal member of his royal court, to the fox barreled his way through the forest, paws creaking and cracking over his mission, a journey to the place where the sky ceases to roam and return with the jewel of After days of travel that saw his sharp claws worn to mere pebbles on the rock, the sun tucked itself to the fox yipped and chased after the moon, jaws eager to clamp down on its pearly prize. But the foolhardy, his The wolf went wrong by being too. The fox. They. No. Soon they. But they. Was always to fight. The king had, as the her vision, she. journey complete, was rewarded at last for their marvelous feat. For through them, though they were incredibly shy, the moon was brought back to its home in the sky. But their strength did not come from their brawn, nor their size. In fact, something different allowed them to rise. The bunny was kind, quite loyal and smart, and above all else had a brave little heart. So this tale of the bunny, moon, and stars is told o'er campfires from near and far, shared in the kingdom among dances and songs, under the bright moon, back where it belongs. And thus, the little bunny defeated the great eagle king who had so coveted the moon's power. From him, they took the last shard of the shattered moon and climbed to the very top of the castle spire. There they untied their bag and took out all 8 of the glowing fragments. The fragments shimmered and twinkled, light dancing across their dusty surfaces. The bunny marveled at their beauty and gazed up at the twilight sky. Here, thought the little bunny, this is for you. It doesn't belong to me and should never belong to any one creature. Ever so gently, the bunny held up each fragment and watched as they floated, one by one, up towards the sky. The shards spun and twirled around each other, rising above the little bunny, above the old evergreen trees and the vast castle towers. A bright light flashed through the sky, and as the bunny looked upwards, they saw the moon had returned above. Gray-blue moonlight shone across the lands, illuminating all in its beauty as it once did years before, and as it would for years to come.